tutorial in some of the variations that you can use for your Dandasana pose. So Dandasana is one of the postures that I use in that 10-minute flow for your hamstrings. And these are some of the variations or modifications that you can make to that Dandasana pose to make it more accessible or to make it slightly more challenging for yourself. So feel free to take these variations and interchange them into that 10-minute hamstring flow yourselves. Dandasana, as I mentioned in the previous video, is the foundation for all seated postures in yoga, and it's an incredibly active posture which can make it very challenging both on the core, the lats and the postural muscles in the upper back, and then the hamstrings as well. So one of the variations is to use some yoga props, using a block to sit on and using bricks for the hands. You want to sit on your block, and you want to sit towards the very edge of the block. So it's almost as if I was to go any further forwards, my sit bones would fall off the edge of the block. So I want to be just on the block. I don't want to be sat in the middle of the block because it doesn't really help in terms of tilting the pelvis forwards. Bring the bricks either side by your hips. You might have to play around with the height of them. Bringing the inside edges of the legs together and the inside edges of the feet together. You want to again flex the toes back towards the face, kick the heels away, and you want the soles of the feet to be pressed against an imaginary wall. From here, pull the belly in, lift that sternum forwards and upwards, and then scoop the tailbone underneath. So you've got this straight girdle rather than arching through the spine, which is my tendency. You want to pull everything in so you've got this straight lines. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, and then place your palms flat onto the blocks with your middle finger facing forwards. The chin is parallel with the floor. We're just going to take a few breaths here so you can experience it. So keep that belly pulled in, so we're breathing mainly thoracic laterally up into the chest. Big breath in, long breath out. Keep driving those knees down towards the floor. One more big breath in, long breath out. Good job, everyone. So that is a way to make Dandasana slightly more accessible through the hamstrings and through the hips. It also helps when you come into that seated Dandasana forward fold, which we do on that yoga flow video. It just helps open out the hips slightly. If your problem is actually sitting up generally on the floor, the next variation I have is really helpful. You're also going to need some wall space, so make sure you've got somewhere where you can rest your back against the wall. You want to sit with the back of your pelvis against the wall and then press the whole of your spine against the wall. Squeeze the shoulder blades together to engage those postural muscles. Exactly the same position for the legs. Roll the shoulders up, back, and then bring them down. And again, we're going to take a few deep breaths here. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Two more, big breath in. Exhale, release. Last one, big breath in. And release. Thank you all so much for joining this tutorial. I do hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.